Hi guys, so there's this guy called Chege Majus right here on TikTok. Unajua, for a very long time, if there's something that imetu separate um, as a people is tribalism, okay? And I want you to first listen to this message and then we can get right into it. Like he has said something very important that I don't think a lot of people walikuwa wanajua, okay? So we're going to take a look and then we're going to break this down.
Raila has died. But it's sad that most people, especially from my community, they didn't know who was Raila Amolo Odinga. I started supporting Raila in 2016. That time, there were very few people in my community who were supporting Raila. And I made decision to unearth, to gather information, to know why Raila is being said to hate Kikuyu community, that hatakai kuona wa Kikuyu. In my research, I realized that the personal lawyer, advocate for Raila Amolo Odinga was Mwangi from Nyeri. Nikajiuliza, kama mtu huwa anadharau wa Kikuyu namna hiyo, can you take a Kikuyu to be your personal lawyer? You know what it means to have a personal lawyer? It means a person you can entrust with your own life. But he entrusted Mwangi from Nyeri to be his personal lawyer. One day nikaenda function and I saw an elderly lady who was serving Raila maji na namserve pia chakula. And I asked a person, who is that lady? I was told that lady is called Mombi Ngaro. She has been with Raila for a very long time. She was the mayor. Then nikaanza kujiuliza, if this guy called Raila hates Kikuyus that much, yeah, and has entrusted his own life to a Kikuyu, Mombi Ngaro, ati ndiye anampe maji, yeye ndiye anajua chakula atakula. Then I was like, don't tell me I have lived a lie. That I grew up thinking that Raila hated Kikuyus. Then one day, nikasema, let me visit his office. I was a young person. Kwenda kwa ofisi yake, I found another lady who was talking Kikuyu. Nikauliza, na yeye ule ni nani? Because I was doing my research. Nikaambiwa, that one is the daughter of JM Kariuki. That Raila took the daughter of JM Kariuki, akamwajiri kwa ofisi yake. Because maybe kazi ilikuwa imekosa, or maybe because he felt something for JM Kariuki, akamwajiri. Then nikajiuliza, does it mean Raila hated all Kikuyus, but he loved specific Kikuyus? I did my own research and came to realize even the billionaires in Mount Kenya, that time, 2017, walikuwa kina SK Masharia, all people were confident and supporters kwa hali na mali of JM Kariuki. Hiyo ni ile time tulikuwa nasema ati Raila akikuwa president atanyaganya wa Kikuyu mali yao yote. But that time unashangaa that the Kikuyus wenye wako na mali billionaires walikuwa na support Raila Amolo Odinga, akina SK Masharia, and they have supported him, not that time alone, they have supported him for decades. I came to realize even other billionaires walikuwa wetu akina Jimmy Wanjigi, watu ambao wako na kila kitu, they were supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. Then sisi wenye hatukuwa na anything ndio tulikuwa tunasema ati Raila akichukua president atatunyang'anya kila kitu. Then one day Mungu akanisaidia, nikapata chance ya kwenda kukaa na Raila chini. Then I was told to take a book, a notebook and a pen, because I was meeting Raila. So nikaenda na notebook na pen. That time I was very mad. It is after 2022 election that the Kikuyus, they did not understand that Raila did not hate them at all. That all this time it was propaganda. When I sat with Baba, I told him, you know, people from Mount Kenya, sadly, they didn't even know who Raila was all this time. That time nilikuwa naongea na uchungu sana. It was after 2022 election. Baba akaniangalia. Then when he was talking, he told me, no, there's nothing wrong with the Kikuyu community or Mount Kenya. Akanipe story that date back to 1950s when the British decided that Kikuyus and the Luos will never be on the same line. Akanipe story even how Ambrose Ofafa was killed by the British. Ndio wawekele waseme ni wa Kikuyu Maumau who have killed him. Na wakaanza kudrop leaflets usiku wakisema Maumau have killed Ofafa. Ofafa is named after Ofafa Jericho. He was a prominent Luo politician that time. It took Jaramogi Oginga Odinga huyo usiku yote kwenda to the Luos to tell them that he game inachezwa na the British so that they can divide and derail the war against them and to derail our independence. Then I asked them, what happened between the Jomo and Jaramogi? He told me it's a wrong story. He told me that time, Kenya, the head of intelligence, was a Mzungu. And before they knew it, it was too late. That yeye ndiye alikuwa na pull the strings that could make sure these people will never read from the same page in as a president and the vice president. He gave me so many stories about our communities, where it has come from to 1992, 1982, to Kibaki Tosha, how it happened, how they worked together. And after all, he told me, one day, those things will come, na hiyo vitu zitashindwa kudivide our people again. I looked at that man with the love that he had, even when people did not support him in 2022. He told me no. They gave me massive support. Over 1 million people supported me. I'm very grateful. For me, I remember Raila Odinga as a man who had a very great heart. And sadly, he has gone to the grave. And many people, especially from my community, they never understood who was Raila Amolo Odinga. Rest in peace, Jacob.
Yeah. So, first of all, did you know that tribalism was brought about by the British? Watu ambao walikuwa wanatucolonize, wakoloni ndio walileta tribalism. There was a separation, there was a need for separation between the Luos and the Kikuyus. Did you know that? Number one. So it is something that has been indoctrinated even before independence. And I would just like to state, people like Chege Majus, these are people who are spreading positivity online, because out here, a lot of people will say things, but may his soul rest in peace. I believe Baba was not just a politician; he was also a father to many. He has inspired many. He has raised a generation, and now that he has parted from us, I hope people can see even the power he holds from the way people are grieving him, the amount of people who are turning up in support of him even past his life, during his death. I hope people can see that. And even during this time, it is not time to spread hate between tribes. I believe it's 2025. We should not be doing the same thing that our forefathers were indoctrinated kufanya. I don't think even it's at this point in our capacity, even as Gen Zs, okay? Chukua kura and vote for the right person. Do not vote for tribalism. But that's not even the point. The point is, Chege has said something very important, and it actually opens your eyes to other things, okay? And those people who are closest to him are the ones who understand the kind of people who he was, okay? And we might not, even me personally, I might not understand who he was as a man, as a politician, because we just see them doing their own politics online and all that. And then most of the times we just make conclusions. This is what they do, this is what they're doing. But I think you need to also walk a mile in somebody's shoes in order to understand who they are, instead of creating assumptions from what we hear online and what is tweeted and what is posted on blogs. So, from my observation, here going forward, I think what we should preach the most, even before 2027 ifike, is peace. We need peace in this country, and we need to be together. Nimeona a lot of comments ever since the news was broken about Raila Odinga being dead. Um, a lot of people are really spreading tribalism, and let me tell you, we are going to become like our own forefathers, our own ancestors. If we continue behaving like this, tutakuwa in the same cycle. But I don't think that is what is necessary right now. What is necessary right now is us to be together. Actually, I thought grief is supposed to bring us closer, not tear us apart, even when it comes to tribal and whatnot. You put your differences aside and support somebody who is going through it at that moment, because njia ni moja, hata sisi inatukujia ni vile hatujui siku, si ndio? So yeah, Chege, thank you so much for that insight. Me, I didn't know, by the way. And at least now I know. I'm not tribalistic, of course, but at least now I know. I know where all this started. Did you know that it started in 1958? Imagine, ilianza 1958. 1998, how many of you were born, but so many of us are spreading this um, propaganda ya tribalism like we know where it is rooted from. Did you know even people from the Kikuyu community supported Baba? Did you know that? You didn't know. I hope you know now. Yes, be on the right side of history, by the way. All right? Be on the right side of history. Chegema Juice, this is one of those people I would really love to host. Um, and he gives us more insight because he looks like ni mtu mwenye akona insight. Me personally, um, I observe from the sidelines, but also if I have something to say, I'll say. Okay, you know, they say opinions are like us. Yes. So, in case you want more updates on whatever is happening currently, anything that's happening in this country, anything that's happening beyond, if you want to know more about the stories that we do, because we also do human interest stories where we discover people who are looking for justice, people who need support, you know, people who have gone through abuse, people who are dealing with crime, people who have been locked behind bars and they need to tell their stories. This is that platform. We are a community. We are not just a podcast, we are a community. And we are pushing the right agenda for people to get help, for people to be seen, for people to be heard, and for people to also understand that we are there for them and they are not alone. Okay? So yes, that has been my time. This is my side of the story. In case you want to subscribe, please make sure you do. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you share. And I'll be right here to, you know, read them. And also you can share, you can like, you can comment if you're in the diaspora. You can also interact with us, okay? Yes, this is that page. This is that Kenyan channel that you're going to interact with for a very long time, I promise you. Until next time, peace.